So a few months ago, Disney released this 8-pack of Indiana Jones figures, and I just now got a hold of them. And I'm actually super excited for these because I've been looking at these on the shelf for a long time now. This box is actually super cool, and I'll explain why in a little bit, but right off the bat, this is the single hardest I've ever had to work to get any Indiana Jones merchandise open ever. This box is a beast within itself. As I'm struggling to open this, I think this is meant to be in the box for display, but we're not doing that. That really hurt. And you're thinking, oh, that wasn't so bad, they're out of the box now. No, some of these suckers are strapped in. Some of them use rope on their bases. Some of them have plastic engorfed in them. It is crazy how secure these guys are. I mentioned it earlier, but I really get the idea that they wanted this to be like an in-the-box display kind of thing, which makes sense because I'm going to mention later as well. The background of this box is beautiful. So if you just keep it in the box like this, it'll be a great display piece. Okay, this is officially the hardest box I've ever had to open for any indie product. Holy smokes. Hey. Yeah, the background of this box is honestly one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. You can leave the figures in there just fine and put this on the shelf and it'll look great. So now that they're actually out of their cardboard prison, I must say that these guys are pretty nice. All the details of these guys are really well done. So they got all the little bits and bobs right. The wrinkles on the clothes and the pockets and everything look fantastic. The pose is awesome. The bases are especially cool as well. One common thing you're going to notice is that the faces on all these guys are pretty off, which is ironic because they had a similar pack to this a few years back, and the faces on that were even worse. But these are quite a big step up. Like I said, the clothing and everything is fantastic. I love how Marion has the monkey. That's such a great touch. Short Round has this nice torch going along with him. They didn't put the Yankees logo on the top of the hat, but you know, for licensing, I totally get that. A couple of the color choices are a bit weird, especially on Indiana. His whip is kind of the wrong color, even for Raiders. But it's pretty excusable because once they're high up on the shelf, the faces and all that are never going to be noticed. You're going to be far enough away, you're just going to see that character and be like, oh cool, it's that character. I do love how Sala is in his Crusade gear. Usually when you get a Sala figure, it's in the Raiders outfit from the dig site, so I love that they have this option instead. One big thing that bugged me, especially on Tot and you're going to see on Henry here in a minute, is that the glasses on the faces are really bonkers. They look like goggles instead. I don't get why they did that. I think it's just such a small format for these plastic figures that it's really the best they can do. When it comes to these tiny figures, it's hard to get those little details right because they're so small, but even on Henry, he looks like he's going to go snorkeling or going motorbiking or something like that. But I love the suitcase with the umbrella on it. I love how it's just classic Henry Sr. I think they got the likeness down for such a small proportions. Even though Belloc's face is kind of off, I love the simple suit design and how detailed they got it, and they even included the machine gun, which I'm really surprised for Disney. I thought they would have done the ceremony gear, but I like how they did this obscure scene instead. Now, Elsa's face is kind of inexcusable. That's pretty bad, even for small format stuff. But I like how she has the grail. The base really matches the scene she's going for as well. That pose is straight from the movie. I'm really impressed by that. One thing I've noticed about the bases is that none of them are exactly really straight. They kind of wobble whenever you touch them. So if you're going to put these on a shelf, be careful it's in a spot where you're not going to nudge it, because they could fall down. But honestly, I'm pretty impressed for such a small format of these figures. They did a lot with very little they had. Especially the background with the boxes. I really just think you should keep it in the box or find a way to incorporate the backgrounds into your display. But seriously, I don't think I can't recommend these. They look great on the shelf, and like I said, the faces and all that aren't going to bug you when they're that high up. I really think they can add to some of your props or like some of your small scale stuff, so yeah, go for it. With all that being said, fortune and glory to you.